Hey all you Minties, this is the Uncanny Omar, and join me today for my overview of the Hill House Comics box set from DC Comics. So, stay tuned. And welcome back everybody. So, here we have the Joe Hill Presents Hill House Comics from DC. This is part of the Black Label line, meaning it's outside of the DC continuity. Now, you're probably used to my videos whenever I do an overview of these books. I love to talk about them, love to talk about the stories and the artwork. Here's the thing. I haven't picked up any of these books at all. I just got the box set in. I thought they were going to go the omnibus route, or at least the deluxe hardcover route, but instead they decided to do a trade paperback box set. So that's what this is. This is a trade paperback box set of all the Hill House books so far, and I've not read any of them. All I know is I cannot wait to dive in because there's a lot of creators in here that work I have followed for years. So it does come sealed in its plastic wrap, and here's a little leaflet right there explaining what is all collected in here. Retail price is $99.99. We're going to be taking a quick look at each one of these without going into spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But before we look at each one of those, I do want to take a closer look at the design of the box. So this looks like a variant cover, I think, from the Basketful of Heads. And here is the ISBN at the bottom. And on the back here, these little glue things come off. That's how the little leaflets was stuck on there. Here's all the credits of all the creators that work you're going to be seeing in here. And I think this is a cover to the Daphne Byrne, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if there's anything in here inside the box. So no special decorations in there, just that black void. Alright, so let's take a look at each one of them. By the way, the other thing I do know about this is that this is an exclusive story to the box set. I think these were backup stories that are collected in here with an additional 14 pages. It's very thin though, not a lot of pages I'm sure. And let's take a look at this one first, the Basketful of Heads. The one thing I want to do before taking a look inside here is make sure that you all know it is the dimensions of a paperback. So it's the same dimensions of a standard trade paperback, whether from Marvel or DC. Of course, it's just a little bit thinner than this Epic Collection here. I believe this is just the trade paperbacks. Yeah, and they're just stuck in this box set. So there's nothing special, no special covers. As a matter of fact, the ISBN is still the same, as well as the prices of each of these trades. Let's get this open. Basketful of Heads. Immediately, the paper quality is this matte paper. And here are the credits. Joe Hill writing the story, Leo Max doing the artwork, Dave Stewart doing the colors, and then additional pencils in issue number 5 by Ricardo La Bella. And I know nothing about this, so I thought about this and contemplated how to do this overview, because most of the time I'm talking about things or what the premise is. So what I'm going to read is just the blurb or the premise that's in the back of the book. So you can be surprised with me. I'm not going to flip through too many pages, just showcasing some of the artwork in here. So this is June Branch. She is in trouble. She's trapped on Brody Island with nowhere to run. Her boyfriend Liam has been kidnapped, and 4 bloodthirsty escaped convicts will stop at nothing to find her. All poor June has to defend herself as a strange Viking axe with a terrifying power. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that, because the less you know about it, the better off you're going to be. At least for me. I don't want to read any more, but I assume the power has something to do with a basket full of heads, just based on what the title is. Yeah, sometimes going into these, I didn't even want to know the premise, but I know some of you all like to know what the premise of these stories are. Like I said, this is going to be the weirdest overview. Now, what I'm going to do is go to the middle here. I'll spoil something for myself, but not you all. Alright, just showcasing some of the artwork here found in the mid section of the book. And then I did see in the very back, there are variant covers for Basketful of Heads. So these are all variant covers that feature the main character. Here's an interview with Joe Hill and additional sketches by Leo Max. So these are all soft cover. And here is Carmen Maria Machado's and Danny's The Lolo Woods. Whoa, that is a creepy image. So this is written by Carmen Maria Machado, who is a New York Times best-selling author who's written Her Body and Other Parties. It feels weird not talking about the book, but it looks like all the covers, by the way, are intact. They're all in there in between the chapters. So let's see. Shudder to think. Pennsylvania has been on fire for years. The woods are full of rabbits with human eyes. A deer woman, say no more, who stalks hungry girls, and swaths of skinless men. And people of Shudder to think, I guess that's the town's name, well, they're not doing so well either. And I think that's enough for me. Okay. You had me a deer woman? Oh, that's creepy. I always get freaked out of things like that, mainly because of my history with Berserk and going out that way by a strange, sexy, yet horrifying creature. Anyway, I think it's just me, right? No, it can't just be me. I'm going to look at some of the artwork here in the middle. So this is the type of artwork to expect in here. Not really familiar with the artist here, Danny. Although it kind of reminds me a little bit of Lucifer. Some of the artwork in Lucifer or in Sandman. And let's look at the extras in the back here. So here are your variant covers, and these are all drawn by Jenny Frison. Creepy, yet sexy, but more creepy. And then more interviews. It's cool that they have interviews back here with original sketches and bios on the creators. So Danny was from Greece in 1992. Oh, but great. That makes me feel old. She's drawn Coffin Bound from Image Comics. Okay. And she's also the creator of Tales from the Strips, self-published series. May have to check that out. I like her art. This is one that I know I was very much looking forward to, and this is the Dollhouse Family. And the reason I'm looking forward to this particular series and reading it is because this is a reunion of Mike Carey and Peter Gross, who worked together on Books of Magic, who worked together on Lucifer. So it's both of them back together. So really quick, this one is on Alice's 6th birthday. She got a gift she didn't know she always wanted, a big, beautiful 19th century dollhouse, complete with a family of antique dolls. In no time at all, the dollhouse isn't just Alice's favorite toy. It's her whole world. And soon young Alice learns she can magically enter the house to visit a new group of friends, straight out of the heartwarming children's novel, The Dollhouse Family. Okay, so that's what this is. So again, this is a reunion of Mike Carey, and going by M.R. Carey here, and Peter Gross, both of them working on Books of Magic, Lucifer, Mike Carey doing an awesome, underrated run of X-Men. So about a young girl who can transport to this dollhouse. So here are some of the images that you're going to be finding in the book. Cannot wait to read this. By the way, all of these, every single one of these is rated 17+. Here are some of the variant covers. So each one of these does have mature content, whether it's sexual content, nudity, or just violence. Daphne Byrne by Laura Marks. And the main reason I'm excited to read this, Kelly Jones. Oh, just seeing that name brings back memories and nightmare memories of the Red Rain, or the Batman vampire saga. I know he's probably known as the covers of Nightfall, and he did have a long run on Batman with Doug Minch on writing, but Kelly Jones, just phenomenal artist, and it's so good to see him doing artwork again, sequential artwork. So, this is in the 19th century New York. There's a 14-year-old girl named Daphne. The sudden death of her father has left her alone with her grief-stricken mother. Emotionally adrift and living outside her means, the widow becomes easy prey for a group of occultists promising to contact her dead husband. And I assume that's what this scene is. Say no more. That's all I need. Let's keep going here towards the middle of the book. Boy, I took a gamble there, or I would have edited out if it did have any kind of spoilers. Honestly, there's a lot of light in this. I'm so used to Kelly Jones using a lot of shadows like so. So the pages that I've seen so far are very bright compared to what I'm used to in his artwork. And even in the daytime, he uses a lot of shadows. It's one of my favorite things about him. That and the way he draws Bane. Alright, let's look in the back here for extras. So here are your variants back here, drawn by different artists. That's Dustin Nguyen, Dan Quintana, Gene Ha, Sebastian Fiumara. And there's one by Kelly Jones. So these are all the variant covers. And the interviews back here with original sketches. And there's one for Kelly Jones as well. And then the bios on all these people that put the book together. Here is Plunge. This is another one that I'm excited to read because of Joe Hill and Stuart Eminem. So I know Stuart Eminem made an announcement that he was retiring from comics, but it looks like him and his wife come back from time to work on things. And I'm not sure when this one originally came out. I want to say it was a couple of years ago, but this is featuring his artwork. So of course I'm excited to read it. And I'm also excited because Joe Hill is writing it. And I really enjoyed his Lock and Key. So this is in 1983, a state-of-the-art drilling ship vanished near the Arctic Circle. Decades later, it has begun sending a distress call. Creepy. All right, that's all I need. I wish this box set, it was originally supposed to come out in October, and I wish that it could have come out during that time, but here we are in November with it. It looks like the covers, let me go back to the very beginning. It looks like the covers on this one are, no, there it is. There's a cover. Okay. Maybe that's chapter started a little bit after I skipped some pages. So I went to check. Yeah, the covers are all there in between the chapters. Now, let's look in the back here for the extras. Okay, the extras start with the bios of the creators, but it's opposite of the final page. And then the interviews here. So I don't know if this one will have variant covers or not. It's so weird doing a video like this with not having read any of this stuff. Oh, okay, so the variants are all the way in the back. So that was one by Gary Frank right there. All these are by Gary Frank. Nice. So I wonder what lurks under the sea there. And last but not least, Sea Dogs. Looks like it's a bunch of sea dogs. Maybe werewolves? I don't know. I don't know anything about this one, other than it looks like it might take place in the 1700s, just based on the cover. That's a badass cover, not gonna lie. Actually, this one here, written by Joe Hill, so very excited to read it, and drawn by Dan McDade. Make your own stickers, just add tape. Wonder if anybody's done that with these. I assume these are the characters that you're going to find in this particular story. Again, I'm not going to flip through here very much. Has a Kelly Jones, Tom Palmer look to his style, though. Just wanted to get to the werewolves, because this one is not very long at all. This feels like it's about 48 pages, if that. But 14 additional pages were added to this particular book as an exclusive, and this is the first time it's been collected anywhere in a collected edition. This trade paperback's not for sale anywhere outside of the box. Okay, that's cool. And I think that's enough. Let me see if there's anything in the back. So in the back, we get the bleak naval history of the American Revolution. Let me see, October 1775. So I was right, it takes place in the 1700s. And Sea Dogs, these are character designs by Dan McDade. Guess these guys turn into werewolves, maybe? Just from the looks of the cover and that. Alright. But that, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this box set, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They pride themselves on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. Check out the bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. CGN is excited to announce that they are now taking pre-orders. They're making it easier for you to ensure that you don't miss out on the hottest releases. CGN is currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, let them know that you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. This promotion is valid for U.S. customers only. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount and quality shipping and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the Hill House box set. I cannot wait to dive into these books. Huge fan of Joe Hill's. Well, I've only read his comics, so I haven't even read his prose. But if you read any of these titles, leave those comments down below. Let me know which one's your favorite one was. If you're hoping that they release this in an omnibus format, or for that matter, a hardcover box set deluxe edition. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. We are on Spreadshop and on Patreon. And thank you so much to our patrons. Couldn't make videos like this possible without you all. And more importantly, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and much love.